2020. They would have done it in 2021. They would have done it in 2022. They would do it whenever time they tell us to go get the next shot of this, that, and the other thing. Sorry, I just said it. Or I can rely on it. I said, listen, I'm going to say some very inappropriate, non-compliant things. There we go. There we go. It's not going to work the other way. See, this will get. The wicked are always surprised by the cleverness of the good. We're smarter than them. We're more committed than they are. We love people more than they love people. We love our families more than they love our families. Nothing can beat that. Nothing can beat that. Our love for ourselves, our families, and each other is the glue. It's the glue. There's nothing else. It's not the money. Trust me. Somebody always has more money. We know this, right? There's always another bag of gold over there. There's always somebody wanting to drip some gold in your ear to make you look over there. Can't play that game. Can't play that game. Because that's the game that's played to divide and rule. We know this? Right? Teams are great teams fall apart. You know, a great team, some agent, some team comes, puts an offer in front of them. Oh, so-and-so just signed with so-and-so. You're like, we have a team. It's like, I got a check. We are bigger than the check. We are bigger than any one thing. And what's the proof of that? The proof of the lives that you change every day. You change those lives every day. You, all of you, collectively you, and the tens of thousands that are not here every day change a life. Think of, for the better. How many of you got emails expressing immense gratitude for you changing their life or something you introduced? I never get tired. You think Apple gets those emails? You think Nike gets those emails? You think Pfizer gets those emails? They got emails, not those emails. They got emails. So think about that, because this is the reality of it. Most people, and this is the great tragedy of the human condition in today's life. There's 8 billion souls on this planet. A vast majority will be born, will live, and will die without positively impacting another stranger's life in a positive way. That's it again. Is there a bigger tragedy than that? No. So we have to affect change. But we have to affect change in the world we live in, right? We can't. No, you know what? Listen, I don't have a rocket ship to take this to another planet and start our own world. I don't have that. But we can affect change here. We can make it better here. We can make it better together. And what we have to do is we have to understand again. We have to understand how this world operates. Right? This world that we live in has an economic model. So what we have to do is we have to take all of the amazing things that we have, the amazing technology gifts that we have, our passion, our purpose, our teams, our commitment, and we have to engage in this world in a way that's never been done before. What do I mean by that? That means we have to engage in something that has been talked about, but never executed. What am I talking about? I'm talking about ethical health, ethical capitalism. And when I say ethical, what do I mean? Not just the product. That's the products. The product's perfect. Listen, the product's perfect. We all know this. It's the perfect product. Why? He inspired it. Inspired it. He happened to pick me out of it. Just picked anyone. He said, okay, you look pretty stubborn and resilient. I'm going to give you this idea. Because well, he trained me. He trained me for a long, trained me as a little kid to be the toughest, most resilient, studious, obedient person that he could find. For this kid. No cap, as the kids say, no cap. And I didn't know again that that's what he was doing. But here we are, we have this perfect product. But it wasn't cake. So we've done that. We have to stand and we've started, we've done all these amazing things, but now we have to play the game in the world that we live in. What is the world? How does it run right now? It's an economic world. It's an economic world. It's an economic world. Right? We gave up barter for fake money, for currency. We did it. We chose to do it. Well, we didn't choose to do it. Somebody chose for us. It's another story for another day. I could go on. But now we're here. So to affect change, one of the most powerful mechanisms in leadership is a concept called match and lead. My dear friend Barbara Sundin is all about match. She's one of the greatest leaders in that park they've ever. Match and lead. So what does that mean? If we don't match and meet the system and the environment where it is, we cannot affect change by showing them another way. Right? People are going to listen. We have to match. So where do we match them? We match them on the economic world. We match them in the economic world that's used to run the world. We're going to match them there, and we're going to lead from there. And that's what tonight's presentation is about. Tonight's presentation is about how we're going to engage in an economic relationship with the wider world to lead them to a better place. You guys ready? Let's go. So I've said this before. I've been at this 15 years, 16 years this year. And to build anything transaction, to build anything that would end in my lifetime, for me is a complete waste of time. I want to build something generational, multi-generational. That if we build it, it will sustain it. You build this with me, I will write it for you, this will last 5 generations. You said, Jay, why only 5? Because right now I can only see 5. 5 years I might see another 5. But right now I can clearly see 5 generations of where this is going to go and how we're going to change the world. Because if I do anything else for the gift I would give it, it's a complete waste of time. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because you have to understand, if what the system wants, they want me to sell this thing. They want me to sell this technology to them. My dear friend Tom Brown is here, our Chief Procurement Officer, Shannon Chairman, our COO, and Christoph Toman, our President of the These are committed themselves to this mission with me. Eva Juice is here, Aaron is here. Experience like you wouldn't believe. And so when the lawyers reach out to Tom Brown, and they're like, hey, we're interested in purchasing your technology and your science. Tom's like, yes, no. Like, well, you have to ask CEO. He goes, I know Jay for 10 years. The answer is no. Then they insist. And then what they do is they start the age-old game of dripping gold in my ear. But they don't understand I'm deaf to them. I'm deaf to them.
That's a good one.
No, there's no, it's not mine to sell. Inside secret. Don't tell anyone. It's not mine to sell. It's here to serve the world. Because I've decided in my madness that this is the only thing that I'm going to do for the rest of my days. Why would I choose to do anything different? Why would I choose to do anything different? I have an opportunity to help people live better, longer, stronger, healthier, without the risks and side effects of this is what I choose to do. Right? But listen, there's always a backstory. The story is long. Didn't come here overnight. Because this is the story of technology. I grew up in technology. I developed technology 25, 30. Before this, I invented technologies. And what I know about technology is this. It can help unlock human potential. Right? But when technology is disruptive, it changes the world it always has. Once upon a time, somebody made a wheel. Can you believe that? Think about that. Once upon a time, we didn't have wheels. And somebody made one. Once upon a time, we didn't have a lever to move things. Once upon a time, we didn't have a wagon, let alone a steam engine, let alone a factory, let alone a computer, let alone any of those things. But every time human ingenuity comes up with something that's disruptive, it's never existed before. The key to disruption is that it cannot have existed before. It can't be a Me Too thing. It can't be a Diet Coke. Can't happen. Well, it's not going to work. It's not disruptive. Disruptive is another word for disruptive is destructive. Destroys old paradigms. Because what are the paradigms we're destroying? The paradigm we're destroying is that health only comes in a pill. Right? That's the paradigm we're breaking. It comes in a shot, or it has to be dangerous with side effects, but that's just the price you pay for health. We reject those things completely, thoroughly, totally, forever. Right? But getting back to where I started, it's about engaging with the world in the system that it understands, which is economics. Right? Every single person out there is waiting for someone to drip gold in their ears. I'm telling you, man, this is the truth. If you texted 20 people in your phone and said, hey, I got $1,000 for you, text me back. How many would call you back? No, lots of them. Right? They're waiting for the drip of gold. They're waiting for you to go have something for you. Right? I would. Somebody said, oh, Jay, I got $1,000 for you. Call me back. I'm like, what's up? If it's my friend, yeah, absolutely. So what I'm doing. So the world understands economic enticement. In the business world, they look at things on a larger scale. They look at systems, they look at industries, they look at ways to scale. Right? But this is the key. Solving the biggest problems creates the biggest opportunities. Right? So somebody posted something on social media the other day about how friends don't want to help people with network marketing. This is not a complicated business. The economic model is real simple. Every business model is real simple. If you have a service or a product that somebody's willing to pay for it, you have the genesis and seed of a business. The more people you can find that are willing to pay for what you have, the bigger business you have. Make sense? Real simple, right? Not hard. So it's really important to have something that a lot of people want if you want a really big business. This is the kind of things that investment bankers and private equity people look at. How big's your market? What problems are you solving? That's the key, because if we don't address it, then the opportunity in the business will go smaller. When the business is small, most people are not interested. Right? If you can only help one person, there's only right for one person, we'd be in trouble. If our product only worked with people with red hair and freckles on one side of their face. Like, yeah, Jay, cool trick, but not working for me. So it has to help a lot of people. If we build solutions that help a lot of people, there's a lot of solutions out there, right? What are the big wellness things that people want help with? Oops, sorry. So what are the really big problems? So we're going to solve big problems. What are those? Poor sleep, aches and pains, low energy, unclean beauty, stress. People want to look better, feel better. All the things that we take for granted when we're healthy, people are out there in the billions struggling. The 85% of the people in any doctor's office in this country today, 85% of them are there for one of three reasons. Some kind of aches or pain, poor sleep, low energy. 85%. Is that a lot of people? It's a lot of people, right? But everyone has solutions now. Everyone has a choice to do different things. And one of those solutions available right now, there's some cool natural products. You can change your diets. They can try some drugs, OTC products, or some supplements. You can try caffeine. Sometimes therapists do this, sometimes surgery recommended. There's a lot of information available, right? But information, we know what's the answer. Information isn't the answer. We agree? Because if information was the answer, everybody here would be a billionaire with all of these facts. Because nutrition advice is free, exercise measurements are free, and Warren Buffett's written 8 books. So information isn't the answer. It's the action. It's the commitment. That's where the rubber hits the road. Because what do people want to do? Change. Nobody wants to change. Right? The change introduces anxiety, I don't want to do that, I'd be uncomfortable, all these different things, right? For some reason, this thing is not clicking when I'm telling it to click. I'm not very impressed with that, and we'll get to that in a bit. So some challenges and risks with our current solutions. All those things that we talked about. What are those? Contraindications, side effects, substance abuse issues, unproven product efficacy, high cost, hard to use, safety issues. Sometimes you read something that says, do not use with breastfeeding. You ever read those labels? Like, but those are the most precious people. Moms and their babies are the most precious creatures walking on this earth. We agree? I think so. Kind of makes sense, right? That's the future. That's creation. That's the purest personification and example of the Creator is work. Period. There's nothing even second close. That's question, guys. We're not even in the running. Nothing we do is that important. At all. Right, fact. Coming from a mama's boy, I'm telling you the truth. Okay? So there's some challenges with these solutions. So then you're like, well, we have these solutions for these problems, now what? I still want these problems solved. So what do people really want? We asked 10,000 people, what do you want in your health and wellness? They said, we want drug-free choices. They're telling us we want drug-free choices. We don't want any contraindications. We want to make sure that it works. We want to make sure it's safe. We want to change their diet. I like how I live. Has to be quick, has to be effective, has to be child and mom safe. And we don't want invasive, we don't want side effects. Don't tell me 2 years later, by the way, it doesn't work, you lie. We don't want to hear that. Amen. Who wants to hear that? I don't want to hear that. Get me started. Nobody wants to hear it. Yeah. Right? Are you tired of being lied to? I'm safely tired. I'm actually kind of, pissed off. And there's no accountability, right? Zero accountability. But we get in trouble for making claims that we can prove. What? We don't make any false claims. We're so maniacally careful about staying within the guardrails, not saying the wrong thing, and yet we are hounded. We are hounded because we promise and we threaten to overturn their apple cart. We are shaking this tree saying, no more bad apples. We refuse. And they're going to fight back. Remember Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back? Darth Vader's still out there. This thing says FDA. I told you I'm going to get in trouble with legal when I get back. But this is the tyranny we live in. We are held to a higher standard than Big Pharma. We are held to a higher standard than Big Pharma. If you go look at a study that looks at the efficacy of something like an ibuprofen or something like this, right? That study is an observational study based on the perceived pain that somebody else is experiencing. Why? Because pain is personal. That study is okay. Our study is questioned. Same scale, same methodology, better results. How come? How come? It's not. So I push back. I push back. I push back and I refuse to accept. So I will play the game. I will do more studies. We will commit more money. We will commit more resources together to shut them the hell up. Sorry. I'm dragging you into a fight. Oops. He's like, I don't know, man. You're saying some crazy stuff on stage. But this is what we will do. We must do it. We must do it. Because if not us, who? This is the reality. Who has the solution? No one. No one else but us. So who has to lead the charge? It's real simple. If we have the tools, the resources, the passion, the mission, and the product and technology that's been given by who to help the world, if we don't do it, who will? Who will? Oh, I'm telling you all, I'm telling you straight, I'm not leaving it until y'all commit. There needs to be a breakthrough. So the same old ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It isn't working. It isn't working. We have an opioid crisis. We have a vaccine injury crisis. We have a sleep crisis. We have an obesity crisis. We're about to have a melatonin crisis until we get our stuff together. Okay? We have a diabetic crisis. If medicine is getting better, how come we're all getting sicker? I'm just asking simple questions. It's not first principles. If we're really getting better, how come everybody's sicker? I don't know. I don't know. Our food's not clean, our medicine's not clean, our system's not clean, everything seems to be corrupted, yeah? Yeah. We can't talk about it. But we will. We will. We will. I will. I'm going to talk about it a lot. What are you going to do? Ban me on Facebook? Because I've got good receipts. I've got all the trespasses locked down. And no one in mainstream media is talking about it, right? You got to go, you can't even search for the chicanery to get up to on Google. It's not even there. It's not even there. It's not even there. So, what must we do? We must create our own news. We must create our own story. We must create our own beachhead of the truth. Person by person, story by story, life by life, family by family, city by city, state by state, country by country. If they do not hear us, they will feel us. They won't feel, right? Because how else are they going to know that we won't accept? So it's time for a breakthrough. We have to break the old molds, the old ways of thinking, the old accepting of the same old, and say, you know what? New deal. We refuse. We want something new. And the answer is not no experts. It took 15 years. 15 years to develop something that is magical, that is so advanced that there's nothing like it in the world, nothing even close. In a world of copycats and Me Too products and false promises and false hope, we have the truth.
Amen.
Amen. We have the truth. Truth in the product, truth in the promise that we give people. Our product delivers on the promise we make. We don't say more than we can promise, because that wouldn't be real. And what we're offering is more than enough to change the world. Trust me, that's nothing. What we're offering the world, what we have today is more than enough to change the world. Penicillin changed the world. It was one thing. Insulin changed the world. It was one thing. Electricity changed the world. It was one thing. They harnessed it. We have harnessed the mind-body connection. We have developed something that's never existed before. Never existed before. That is complicated. Of course it's complicated. It was simple. It wouldn't have taken 15 years. Think about it. A lot of mistakes, a lot of stubbed toes, but we're here now. People ask, how does it work? So I would suggest to you, maybe try to explain how it works. Send them the video. On average, it covers about 21 square feet, bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happened. They're called ion chains, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in the mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress,
injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Superpatch company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called haptic biotactile trigger technology, or BTT. Each Superpatch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the U.S. economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM Superpatch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans. And studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Superpatch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements. And there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Superpatch, backed by research, proven by science. Ladies and gentlemen, you can share how this works in 5 minutes. You don't have to read 50,000 research papers. You don't have to become a neuroscientist. We don't want to do that. We've already done the hard work. We've already done the work to make it the best product. Now it's time to make it the best now. That's our job, right? So what have we delivered? We've delivered a 100% drug-free solution that's quick and proven. Millions of people helped. Regulatory compliance, proven studies, 30-day money-back guarantee made right here in the United States of America with a 95% positive feedback from the user. So people say, why are these things important? If we take any one of these things away, we're not living into the promise of the product. So what does this mean? This means we get to hold everybody else and every other product to the same standards. You understand? Because we're gonna play the game, then we're gonna play the game. If we're putting points up, then they better put up some points. If they're not FDA registered, you're not the same level. If they don't have the clinicals, not the same level. The product's not drug free, not the same thing. People say to me, oh, Jay, I saw this patch. I said, Dad, what's in it? Oh, it's a vitamin. I go, not the same thing. Not the same thing. I found this patch. It doesn't have any ingredients in it. I go, what's in it? And they give me some little science. Have any studies? No, that's the Harry Potter patch. I don't know how it works. It's all Harry Potter. I'm serious. I'm not playing anymore. So we've delivered the perfect product. And I want you to get comfortable with this next concept. Superpatch is the world's first
and only mind-body connector. So what does that mean? Mind-body connector. People talk about the mind-body connection for about 10,000 years. We now have the connector that amplifies that function, and it's called VTT. And how easy is it to use? It's this easy. Peel, stick, and go. You know that guy? He charged me 1,100 minutes. He didn't even know we were on the deck. He emailed me twice a week, hey, take my picture of my nothing. Not gonna do it. Sorry, Eric. But we changed it on the website. Right? It's how easy it is, because what do people want? People want easy to use. Right? People don't want to measure the ingredients. Look at the ingredient list. See if it's gonna mix and match with something they can't take or take. Isn't that fun? You gotta measure precisely with the right amount of water. You gotta mix it. You gotta drink it right away, or else it goes bad. You can do this. Right? You can't chew your food anymore because you can only drink that thing. Sorry, I'm picking fights again. Right? But it's not enough. To make the product, we have to prove the product. We have to prove the promise. And tomorrow, my dear friend from Clarity Research, Clarity Sciences, Mr. Peter Hurwitz, is going to share with you the ongoing discoveries in our research, the ongoing efforts we're making to prove the promise. We have just begun. We have just begun. There is more work to do, but we will not stop. There are so many more ways and more roads and more peaks to reach. But interestingly, as far advanced as our product is, there's been hints of the potential of our body and our mind talk to each other forever. Forever. This is like what we do is we harnessed our natural body's potential. And we developed technology that unlocks our potential. But the potential's already been there. In fact, 1939. Anybody here born before 1939? Okay. So before anyone here was born, two really smart people, two smart guys, like literally the smartest guys ever. Dr. Rapp and Dr. Milward at Columbia University published a paper. And they proved that every single cell in our body was transmitting and receiving a radio signal. 1939. 1939, this was proven that every cell sends and receives a signal. Every single cell in our body. 6 years later, they won the Nobel Prize for helping build the first MRI. So this body signaling, this ain't new. Okay? So don't let tell anybody, she got this thing been around since 1939. How do you know? That's when we proved that every cell in our body was transmitting and receiving signal. But that's not all. A couple of years ago, the two gentlemen that discovered the ion channels actually generate the signal won the Nobel Prize for their body of work. Now, talk about saying another fun fact that's not on the slide. So I started my research in 2008. These guys discovered the piezo 1 and piezo 2 ion channels in 2010. As I'm starting my journey, I come across some research. I'm like, what's this? This is how the skin generates signals. So I've been following and reading. Their research led to hundreds of other research papers on the ion channels that communicate with our nervous system. Right? What we've done is we've taken a massive amount of research done globally by some of the smartest people, and we've made something practical and tactical that can be used to help people. Right? And so our technology and our product is based in real science, real research. It's Nobel Prize winning stuff. Right? We just happen to know how to leverage our body's potential to make products that can help us live a better life, right? And well, how do we do that? We do it with our amazing products. We do it with products that have never existed before. Drug-free pain relief, drug-free athletic performance, drug-free mobility, drug-free metabolic improvement, drug-free happiness, drug-free stress relief, drug-free clean beauty, drug-free immune support, drug-free clarity of mind, drug-free performance for men, drug-free habit management, and drug-free better sleep. But we didn't stop. So why would we stop? If we figured out the Rubik's Cube of our mind to help manage our physiology, we have work to do. We can't rest on our laurels. How could we stop? How could I stop? Because well, that's enough. So what did we do? We came up with something more. We came up with the boost pack. Clean energy. No sugar, no caffeine, no stimulant. Energy, good to go. This, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, will be our best-selling product in 2025. Yeah. By far. By far. Who doesn't want more energy? Without crashing, without the jitters, without the side effects, without the caffeine, without the sugar, without all the other stuff they put in the energy mix. Just a matter of getting the message out. Right? So we've spent 15 years and $25 million making the best possible product. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now we've got to make the best known. Here comes the pressure. I did my part. Now it's on you. Deal? Yeah. All right. Good. You said no deal. I'm going to stop right now. I'm passing you the baton. It's like a relay race. I ran the relay race 15 years. Had the baton. I'm giving you. You want the baton? It's yours. And only yours. It will never be given to anybody else. But man, when we win the race, wow. As we said, we're going to play that economic game, right? That's the only thing the world understands. So how big is this economic game? How big is the game we're playing? It's so big. It's so big. It's 500 billion big. Right now, people are spending $500 billion on the solutions we're providing drug-free. Let that sink in. Right now, people just like us, all over the world, are spending $500 billion on solutions that we can provide drug-free, affordably, easy to use without side effects. Now, who wants it?
All in.
You already own, it's yours already. You already have this in your hands. You don't have to go find it, you don't have to go build it, no, anything. It's yours, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. Hear me. This is yours to build. You've got to take that baton and you got to grip it. And you say, I'm going to win this race. I'm going to win this race for yourself, for your families, for the world, for the future. It's up to us. It's up to us, right? But in this game, so, you know, every game has competition, right? Now we're stepping into big pharma land. That's a number they don't want to give up. Let me be fair. It's like, no industry wants to give up $500 billion in revenue. Like I told you, I'm dragging in a fight. Right? But the way we're going to play is we got cheat codes. Anybody ever play video games? No? All right. Some video games have cheat codes. You punch some special buttons, you can't lose. I was playing with my son one time, I didn't know he was the cheat code, he was kicking my butt. I'm like, dude. And then my dad goes, Dad, got cheat code. But But it tells us that we can choose to play fair, or we can apply our own cheat codes. Because competition is for losers. The game's been rigged against us for so long. Isn't it only fair that we rigged the game against them? Right? We have to. We're playing for keeps. We're playing for winning. Right? We're not here to participate. No chance. We have to win. Right? So how do we do that? We built in our business some incredible market advantages. I'm going to say some really crazy stuff now. Right? It's good though. We need it. The market advantages we have in health and wellness and in this industry, and the number of people we can help cannot be matched by, let alone any network marketing company, that cannot be matched by any big pharma company by themselves. Let that sink in. The number of people we can help and the solutions we can provide and the way we protect our business, we have some unfair competitive advantages. Okay? So what do we have? We have unassailable, unconquerable, unduplicatable intellectual property. That's a big deal. It's protected globally. It's protected globally. The only way somebody else can make a super patch is they take one of our patches and they scan it and they make a 3D print. And my lawyers will take everything, including the tires off their cars. Oh yeah, I'm not playing around. Right? So number one, unassailable intellectual property that we own, no white labels, can't get anywhere else, it's right here. You want to get it from us, get it from the factory, get it from the past, that's it. Protect it. Advantage number two, solutions and products for maximum market opportunity. We're talking about 6 billion people. There isn't one big pharma company out there that has the breadth of solutions that we have. Not one. There isn't one consumer packaged OTC over-the-counter company like Procter & Gamble that has these solutions. Does that seem to you like the opportunity in front of like the power we have? That our future in terms of what we can do here? It's limitless. So check mark, no one has it. Oh, products that work. This is what we do the research. This is why we do the research, because just a bunch of us crazy patch people saying that it's great isn't enough for the world. Because they're going to hold us to a higher standard, and we meet and exceed that standard every day with our research. And through our testimonials, and the product efficacy, and the demonstration that we do. We prove it every day, without a shadow of a doubt. But it isn't enough. The product has to, so that's number three. Product advantage number four, products must move and work fast. You got to work fast. Because patience is no longer a virtue. Nobody wants to wait. Think about it. You're all just amazing people, but the patch took 90 days to work. None of you would be here. I know that. You know that. Right? Because we tried that thing for 90 days and it didn't work. I took care of my mom for 25 years. Year after year, we tried things that didn't work. I need somebody to turn that off. Very rude. Call everybody out. For 25 years, I took my mom to specialists all over the world to try this thing, that thing, and it didn't work. So I know the frustration of false hope. That when you're on the track, you see daylight in a tunnel, and you keep running forward, and it turns out to be a train. And if you turn around like one time, you run the other way, or you get run over. People don't want false hope, but they want instant results. It's a microwave generation. Look at Netflix. You want to watch a movie? Right? You work your shifts, and your favorite show's on when you're working. Hit the TiVo, hit the record button, come back, watch it when you want. Don't feel like cooking? Don't want to go out? Uber Eats. Wow. So incident, like we want it right away. Right away. We deliver that right away. instant energy, instant strength, instant balance, right away. Put an energy patch, you'll know. Do the balance test, you'll know. Massive advantage. Number 5, regulatory and clinical compliance. If there was one thing that killed companies in this industry, it's this. Right? So why would we play that game? Why would we put ourselves and all the work that we do at risk by not making sure that we are absolutely compliant? The things that we say, the things that we do, the claims that we make. The only thing that overcomes this is this. It's commitment to excellence, and it's commitment to the truth, and it's commitment to paying for the research and investing in the research and continued excellence. Because we can't count on yesterday to help us tomorrow. We have to do the work every day, so check it. No change required. Now, here's the tricky one. People don't want to change. And when we bring solutions that invite a lot of change, right? When we invite solutions that have a lot of change, we get a lot of resistance, right? And then sometimes they do the change, but when they get the result, they quit. I've seen this in marketing and direct sales companies all the time. We have a challenge. I'll give you an example. We're going to do a challenge, a 90-day weight loss challenge. What happens at the end of 90 days when they don't lose the weight? They quit. What happens when they lose the weight? They quit. Isn't that crazy? If you don't make it, they quit, and maybe they're like, oh, I'm done. I got sex back, I'm not doing none of that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. And this happens what? Every time? Every time. And the reason this is important, like, the crux of it is this. We're not solving fads. Because fads come and go. Fads come and go, no? Let me see some people. Anybody born in the 70s? Yeah, that's my peeps. Remember bell-bottom jeans? I saw pictures of my dad in his 20s, man, the disco stuff he had going on. Like, dude. He's crazy collar, everything. It was a fad. It was a fad. Right? And then just a few years ago, like, guys were wearing like super skinny jeans, they couldn't figure it out. Like that fad's over. Like big guys like me wearing super skinny jeans. Nah. There was another fad before that with the guy with the velour tracksuits. Remember those with 20 pounds there? Fad. Happens with haircuts, happens with apparel, happens with diets. It's all fads. None of it has any clinical research. We know it's not going to last. This is the beauty of it. This is what I think sometimes the group psychosis. We know it's not going to last. Because this is why weight loss is so tricky. This is why weight loss is so tricky, because you lose the weight, they quit. They don't lose the weight, they quit. Whoa. 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 So that's all you have. If that's all you have, you have a big hole in your business. It's not if, it's a matter of time. It's when. Right? Listen, I quit. I'm like, I lost my weight. I didn't lose the weight. This is crap. It doesn't work. Right? So we gotta pick. So this is why we can't be in the fad. We're not in the fad business. Right? And we don't need change. Pat yourself and find the new super you. Next one. Perfect price for consumers. People can't afford the amazing products we make. How are they ever going to use them? How will we affect change, right? And this is not to say that as we introduce new products and new materials and additional price, the price is not going to go up. The price will go up. Of course it will. It must. We've had inflation for two years and we've held the price. Why? Because we're starting. But as we invest more in R&D, as we make the product better, newer, we're talking about some crazy stuff tomorrow. The price will eventually, it has to, because that's economics, right? Everybody understands that. Right? So it doesn't make any sense that if you're building, so this is popular economics. This is why the price will eventually must go up. Because the cost of living is going up. Right? So if you're paying more every day to live, to survive, then you have to make more from the things that you're doing. That's the inflationary pressures of economics. Right? So funny. When everybody's value of their house goes up, nobody complains. Anybody ever complain about the house price going up? No! We have to think in those terms. But we always have to keep in mind that is it affordable? Because in inflationary times, everything goes higher. Right? Like when we saw gas at like $4 or $5 a gallon, that's crazy. But it came down, but not all the way. Right? So now it's steady. Right? It's intrinsic, it's embedded. And we have to have a mature wisdom. But the fact that we started the right, so we always want to do the right thing. We want to make the product accessible for that time, period of time, as the most affordable solution that they can get. And we do that, we deliver on that. Best price product in this industry. People tell me the product should be like $100, $150. Like, I don't know. I gotta help all those people. They can't afford $150. So we test to make sure we're in line. And then finally, we launched our CapEx program. So this is what's going on with CapEx. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek here. Right now, we are storyboarding and treatment. We got the first version of our infomercial for our Freedom Patch and our Patch. You understand what I mean? We're going to have national celebrities in this TV spot. It's going to run listed for Q2. It's going to go national. Every product sold goes in our CapEx program. That's how it's going to work. Why? Because we have to play the economic game. Where's Big Pharma advertising? Oh yeah, TV. Yeah, we're going to customer. We have to take the message to the people, right? And we all win together. No one gets left behind. No one gets left behind because that's not going to work. I was telling my friends, I feel like I built an army. Everybody, we all got to get them all. Can't leave somebody behind. If the promise is 5 generations, then we all got to get on board. But we all got to roll, and we all got to get there, right? So this CapEx program is an incremental build, more marketing, more TV, more exposure. Exciting things we're going to talk about tomorrow in terms of what that's going to look like in terms of national exposure. So that's what we're doing. And to do the work behind the scenes, I have this unbelievable fortune for attracting some incredibly talented people. Gustav Tobin, Shannon Chobay, me about 20 pounds ago, Tom Brown, and Sean Feeney. Sean Feeney is our creative director, genius. Tom Brown is our chief procurement officer. He makes sure that the QC, the quality of our manufacturing is top tier, the logistics is top tier, that everything is the way that it is, our compliance to all those strict needs of the FDA. Shannon Chobay is the mind behind the scenes to make sure that everything is working, that everything is connected. And Christoph Tobin is a dear friend of me as a brother. He leads the charge in Europe. This crazy guy came to my office a few years ago and said, I think we should open up 1 or 2 countries in Europe. He gave me a budget of 5 million euros in the first year. He did 5 million euros in the first 5 weeks. Blew up everything. That's what it's not good. Amazing. I'm speaking to my friend there, and he goes, dude, you opened up Europe first? I said, yeah, dude, you're crazy. You're nuts. I said, I didn't know better. I trusted Christoph. He did it. He's done it like 5 times for 3 of the biggest companies in the world. I'm like, okay, you do it. I know what I know. You know what you know. So go nuts. Thank you. Thank you. Remember, if you put us on the map, every company they're paid for by the way. It's email. We had a competitor trying to recruit Christoph. That's what funny is. He sends me this email. He just looked at this. Are you leaving? He says, no, I just want you to read this. Pretty funny. Networkers. Relentless. So what have we done? First year, 60 million, second year, 30 plus countries, 75 million patches. 75 million patches sold. That's a number. 6+ clinical studies and our research have been presented at the premier medical science congresses across the world. Not somebody's basement. Not on a webinar. World Congress of Pain, International Sleep Week, World Psychiatry Congress. They're big deals. Attended by the leading thought leaders of these specialties. So what did we do? January 23rd, we were started January 14th, 2023. We turned the lights on, we turned the website on. Then June of that year, we were live again. And 2025, third case was in Mexico, Colombia. Live, around the corner, live. We're pushing hard. We do everything that we can do, and then we deal with red tape. It's not moving faster because of red tape. Trust me. We love red tape, I guess. But our product is everywhere. It's in every major sports league in the world. It's in 12 teams in the NFL. It's in teams with the NBA, with hockey, with soccer, with baseball, with everywhere. It's everywhere. It's growing. It's growing. Growing. The movement is going on. When people see the difference, when they feel the difference, like, yeah, we're going to try that. You think of an athlete who's getting more performance and it's clean and it's safe, do you think they care about the science? They don't care. It works, it's safe, drug-free, I'm in. Why? Competitive advantage. That's what winners want. All winners want is a competitive advantage. They don't care about anything else. So the race starts here. Every winner wants to start here. They want a head start. Right? We have amazing strategic partners. Brienne, Shipsoft, RBI by design. These are certified leaders in their field. And we're going to improve. We're going to find better partners. We're going to keep growing. As we introduce new countries with the other providers. But our logistics team is top notch and exactly. Right? We have amazing brand ambassadors from the top analysts on Fox Football, from Health and Beauty, ambassadors, the super performance track coaches like Shakespeare, and there's dozens of it too many to put on this, and more coming. We have an advisory board that's the very best. Every single person in the advisory board is doing a study rate. Every single person on the advisory board is engaged in the study with us right now. And if important, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So these are not empty heads. These are not talking heads that we put on retainer to use their picture. These are people invested in the growth of our business, of our mission, of our technology, in the research. I could put up 20 names of their pictures. Somebody I take a couple of months and say, oh, those are advisory board. They don't use the product. We want people invested with us, on the same team, pushing the same way, striving for the same thing, which is change the world. And their role is to lead the research. Their role is to prove the efficacy of our products. Their role is to bring new ideas, new ways of measuring success for our technology and their technical research. That's what we've done. I challenge any other company in the world to say, you know what, hey, your advisory team is engaged in research for your products. You have to do research. So what does that mean? That means catch the waves. If you're a guest here tonight, or somebody that's part of the mission, I'm telling you, there's nothing like this in the world. Product technology leadership is unmatched. It's unsurpassed. There's nothing like it in the world.
Come on, come on.
It's a truly global opportunity to help millions of people across this globe live a better, healthier, cleaner life without side effects, without risk, in a affordable way. And for doing that, we constructed an economic model of Trickle-Down economics that rewards people. It's easy to see, easy to count, reliable, scalable, and predictable. If you're here as a guest, this is it. This is the best deal going. If I present the business opportunity to Silicon Valley and to VCs, I could go raise $500 million in about 24 hours. Think about that. That's how much power, that's the opportunity we have in front of us. But we've done the work. So now what do we have to do? We have to be fearless. We have to find the brave, and we have to go get it. And we have it all put together. We have an amazing 60-day plan. Work with your leadership team. Again, if you're new, if you're thinking of joining, trust me, this is the best leadership going. They know exactly what to do. Their job is to grab you and push and pull you to success. And they know how to do it. They got a plan. There's a lot of success stories. They know exactly what to do and how to do it. Skill set. Sometimes. But hey, it's what it takes. You can't have an army without a drill sergeant. You can't have an action plan without the work, right? So I tell people, how should I join Jay? I'm like, hey, if you're asking me, I can tell you to do it the right way. You want to represent the product, you want to represent technology, join. Join now, you got nothing to lose. There's no risk. There's no risk. What's the risk? Product works. You have great leadership that can help you be successful. Get started. $9.99 or $19.99. So you get the benefit of 15 years of R&D, $25 million investment, $100 million head start, $1,000. That sound like a good deal? I think so. Let's go get it. Okay? Thank you so much. I love you all.
Pues estamos terminando esta primera sesión. Amor, ¿qué te parece?
Porque si no se dan cuenta, no. Donde lo dijo muy claro, porque si los medicamentos ayudan a que toda una revolución en innovación, porque hay cada vez más personas enfermas. Creo que ese es el punto de esta obra. Es una expresión de lo que tenemos en este momento.
Pues emocionante de que estás conociendo la innovación mundial, porque no hay nada similar, ¿eh?
Que intente hacer un parche. Lo dejar
100 años de patente, pero más importante, es espectacular el efecto en segundo, lo hemos vivido. Pero cada vez nos sorprendemos más, cada vez es más emocionante saber que habemos personas que queremos no solo innovar, transformar el mundo. Así que desde Orlando, familia, les vamos a estar transmitiendo. Abrazo, familia.